The election results are in. Here they are. The Green Party won 3 seats. This will turn out to be really important. The NDP won 41 seats, meaning that the Liberals win a plurality at 43. But that means no one won an absolute majority, and that's the first time that's happened since 1952. There's a few problems with this. Absentee votes won't be counted until May 22nd to 24th, and they could play a bigger role than you think, specifically in 3 ridings. Courtney Comox, where the NDP beat the Liberals by only 9 votes, Maple Ridge Mission, where the NDP beat the Liberals by 120, and Coquitlam-Burke Mountain, where the Liberals beat the NDP by 170. Courtney Comox is so close that it's legally required to be recounted, and the results may change. And all these seats have the possibility of changing after all the absentee votes are counted. So for the Liberals, at best, they win an absolute majority by 2 seats, 45-39. Or the NDP could win Coquitlam-Burke Mountain at 42-42. So there are 2 outcomes here. The Liberals win with a slim majority, or no one does. First option, Christy Clark remains Premier and her party retains power. Business as usual. Second option, no party wins. This could either be with a Liberal lead or a tie. Either way, the Liberals would be given the first chance to form government, and Christy Clark would again be Premier. Now, this breaks down in a few ways as well. A, the Liberals managed to run a functional government without a majority. This would mean that some NDP or Green MLAs would have to vote in support of Liberal motions. That would most likely come in the form of Liberal and Green cooperation, either semi-informal or in a formal coalition. Or B, the Liberal government collapses. They're unable to pass anything or function as a government. And again, there are 2 possibilities here. Clark can ask the Lieutenant Governor to call another election, or she can resign as Premier and allow the NDP to try and form government. Most likely, an election won't be called. There's too great of a chance of our party losing more seats than they gain, so the NDP would have a chance to form government. If the Liberals couldn't do it on their own, the NDP won't be able to either. If they want to hold power, they're going to have to cooperate with the Green Party. So in review, either the Liberals win a majority after absentee ballots are counted, or no party does. In the second case, the Liberals would still get a chance to form government. They can join forces with the Greens, or else they'll likely fail. If they fail, they can call an election, or, more likely, the NDP will get a chance to form government. They too can join forces with the Greens, or fail. If you followed that, either Liberals win a majority after recounts and absentee ballots, or the party that wins Green support will hold power. There's a third option. All 3 parties could work together and manage to pass just enough to remain functional and productive. Or perhaps the Greens could swing back and forth in support of the Liberals and NDP, retaining productivity. But the Greens probably won't do that. By committing to one side or the other, they have much more power than if they remain neutral. Why? Because all parties are afraid of another election. The results are so close, it's nearly impossible to know if they would win. Their best chance of power is to work with the Green Party to form a majority. That means that they have to outbid each other in order to convince the Green Party to support them. This gives the Green Party bargaining power. Because of this, the Greens have a good chance of getting a solid handful of their most important goals accomplished. But who will they choose? First of all, the Greens' biggest priorities are implementing a proportional voting system and banning corporate and union donations. Why? The Greens won 16% of the popular vote. Under a proportional system, they'd have around 10 to 14 seats, instead of 3. And compared to Liberal and NDP signs, how many Green signs did you see standing around? Not many. They just can't compete with the campaign money of the Liberals and NDP. Campaign finance and voting reform are crucial to the survival and growth of their party. So an NDP and Green coalition is pretty likely. But Andrew Weaver was very vague about who he might side with. Why? Because he has an entire platform to worry about, not just those 2 points. So how does it all compare? NDP tally, 2. Liberal tally, 0. Feel free to pause along the way here. Housing and renting, probably the NDP. Minimum wage, could go either way. MSP, again, either way. Mental health, NDP. Childcare, in the middle. Education, probably NDP. Pipelines and LNG, NDP. Site C, NDP. Massey Tunnel, NDP. Bridge tolls, Liberals. Public transit, Liberals, probably. Crown corporations, NDP. Reforestation, either or. Farm fishing, NDP. Agriculture, Liberals. First Nations relations, NDP. Here's a chart. Final tally, NDP 11, Liberals 3, both 4. So it still looks like an NDP-Green coalition is the most likely, but the Liberals are certainly still in the game. And lots of things could still change, as both parties try to win over Andrew Weaver and his party. And before all this happens, the Liberals might just win a majority anyway. We'll have to wait and see. By June, we should all know. For a more in-depth overview of how the Green platform compares to the Liberal and NDP platforms, I have an overview video you might want to check out. There's also a video for all 3 party leaders if you're interested. Thanks for watching.